Life.
Love music, love life, love movies, love series, love animations, documentaries. And it's now time for us to talk about all of them as well as the updates in the movie industries all around the world. Welcome to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1. Love music, and boy, does it feel good to be back doing this. You're welcome to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1, and every Friday from 11 till 11:55, this is what we do on the station that loves music and loves life. We are Smooth 98.1, and this is Film Focus. My name is Oluwaseun. And joining me as always on a Friday to talk about all the things I already mentioned and more, please make welcome the one and only dependable, consistent, and ever energetic Irabor. Good morning.
Good morning, Sean. How's everything? Good
After I
morning,
told them
Lagos.
that you're energetic, Irabor, what happened to the energy?
They say opposites attract. So energy and subtlety. So I'm just trying to go with the opposite.
No, the energy is supposed to shine through, but welcome. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. We're gearing up for Sunday.
Oh, yeah? What's happening on Sunday?
The event now, the International Women's Day event for free healthcare. So
Oh, yeah, the Join the Cast International Women's Day football match. Right.
yes. Mhm.
And that's happening when again? I mean, what
This
time?
Sunday, this Sunday, Campus Mini Stadium, Lagos Island, from 12 noon to 7 p.m. 8 female local teams will be playing, and there'll be a champion.
Will there be jollof rice? That's all I care about these days.
See, I don't do events that does not have food now. Everything is free. Free admission, free healthcare, free food, free drinks, everything free.
Okay, well done then. So, what have you been watching, gentlemen?
Hmm. So there is this TV series, Bel Air. Fresh Prince of Bel Air from back in the day, Will Smith.
Yeah, yeah,
So there's
yeah.
this one, Bel Air. They did another, I think, modern one. So I would say this: anybody who is watching it carefully and not just watching to kill time or watching to just watch, sure you get.
Hmm.
That guy is a narcissist. That character in Bel Air is a narcissist. He doesn't have G code. He's selfish. He's like I don't think I could ever be friends with such a person. Just
Hmm.
looking at it, the character just like wow. It now reminds me like did I really watch Fresh Prince of Bel Air back in the day? Like I remember we all watched it, but I don't think we kind of clocked in to study in depth like the way we do now when we watch content. If that's how he was back in the day, then man, that character was just off. But it really opens you up to the pressures of different social classes and black families and their status and how they kind of navigate everyday life in today's society because there was a scene where the N word was being said while they were kind of doing a sing along between a white guy and a black guy. And the black guy was okay with it. So I'm like, Then there was a thing that got me thinking where should we really restrict white people from saying the N word if
Hmm.
we're going to allow rappers or musicians, say it in their music, their songs, and the songs are not restricted to just black people. And it got me thinking, me, I'm always like, I like to be objective in arguments sometimes. So I was like, that's kind of a good point, but we now have to censor it when they say it. So, so things like that you would find, in the series. But my God, I never knew that there was a woman called Coco Jones. That is what you call a woman. Height, body, face, and she can cook. Wow. My
The
God.
character or the woman?
What do you say?
The character or the woman?
No, the woman, I'm describing the woman, but the character can cook. Yeah, the character can cook. I don't know if she can cook in real life, but the character can cook. But I mean, it's a person playing the character, but I'm speaking about the person,
Okay.
how the person is. Yeah, Coco Jones moved up to top 5.
I got introduced to her in the days of Let It Shine. I don't know if you know that movie. Did you ever see it?
No, no, no. But definitely
Oh yeah.
go and
It
check
was
it
a
out.
me. It was a musical. All right, then. So that's how we get started on today, the 7th of March Film Focus, and you're always welcome to be a part of it. Just in case you're tuning in for the first time and you're not quite sure of what it is that you are listening to, I'll tell you. Film Focus is about movies, about series, animations, documentaries. So what we do is that we tell you what's happening in Nollywood, Bollywood, Gollywood, Kannywood, every other wood in the world. And then we talk about the movies, the series, the animations, and these documentaries. We watch them. We also recommend them. And it means that your thoughts, your contributions, your opinions are welcome. Maybe something has been said and you disagree, or something has not been said and you think it's worthy of mention. The WhatsApp line to send your messages to is 0809 444 0981. You can also decide to dial in, and the line to dial is 0201 448 9981. But if YouTube is your copper, you should join us there. Zero. Oh, no, no. YouTube does not sound zero. It's
I'm,
youtube.com for
I was
what?
about to be like, are we?
It's youtube.com/smooth 981 FM Lagos. YouTube.com/smooth 981 FM Lagos. We will be right back.
Hi, my name is Uzo.
Sometimes it can be like a sequence in your head and it's an
Mhm,
automation. It just keeps.
mhm.
Sometimes I feel like a robot.
To take care of ourselves, but our health is our greatest wealth.
Under the sea.
We become stronger, happier, and more resilient. So,
Dun, dun,
ready?
dun, 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 dun.
Join us.
You're singing.
International Women's Day for the
Under
fitness.
the sea.
Irabor is singing.
You on
Under
ladies.
the sea. Dun, dun, dun,
Rally at Anako Abdulsalam Foundation.
Wonderful.
Date March
dun,
7th,
dun, dun,
3
dun,
p.m. Venue Sigma
dun,
Base,
dun,
London,
dun,
Ladi Okoya Street, up
dun,
at
dun,
Jose Agogo, Victoria
dun.
Island. This
Take it from
exciting
me.
So
event
are you done with your
designed
watch
to
list?
promote women's health.
No, I'm saving because so if I'm being honest, and this is not even because of say they are sponsoring the show or whatever. Like I'm not lying. Showmax, they have content.
Don't miss this
No,
amazing
for real,
opportunity.
they do have content.
Like
I'm not even
music,
lying. I
learn
have finished
valuable
an entire season of one
start
other
your
show.
journey to a healthier, happier you.
Like I watched it
Mark
in
your
one go.
calendars for March
So they
7th.
try.
Get
They try.
ready. Celebrate
Giving everything
International
they try.
Women's Day in style. Let's get fit together. Registration is free. For information, visit our website www.ladysport.com. This event is proudly supported by Mamador, Bido Pharmacy, and Smooth 98.1.
This is not your typical sport.
If only there were technology where somebody will sleep on your behalf, rest on your behalf, and transfer the refreshing to you.
Oh my God.
I wish I could outsource.
Hey, yeah. That's good. That's good thinking right there, man. Mhm.
If I'm
That's
down
good.
to eating, like somebody just eat on my behalf.
Me, I want somebody to be making money on my behalf. Let me just go and sit down there.
That, my dear, is fraud.
Let them be making money on my. No, that's not fraud. Somebody's making money on my behalf. How is that fraud?
Because you'll be unable to
I'll be unable
replicate
to
it
make it.
and sustain it.
No, let
All
them be
right, well,
making the
that,
money. Yeah.
Love music, love life, and you're welcome to Smooth 98.1. The time now is 14, we'll make that almost 15 minutes past 11. We are talking about movie, series, animations, and the things you have been watching. So this is about where you share your watch list with us. Your watch list, that is what you've been watching, either alone, with your family, friend, mother, uncle, auntie, anyone that you share something with. So send as a WhatsApp message to 0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. That's the number that you send anything that you like to say, including what you have been watching too. And Irabor is joining me on Zoom virtually. You can see my face on YouTube. You cannot see his face, but of course you will hear him. Hello, Irabor. Say hello to them.
Hello, everybody.
All right, so let's continue with what it is that you have been watching.
So, what I've been watching is also The Rookie. We're on season 7, episode 8. So, by the way, if you want to catch up on The Rookie, you can watch it on the Orange app. It has 6 seasons there. So, season 7, episode 8, I watched it. And there's something I've noticed that I think Hollywood is trying to do with the family unit, or the idea of what a man should be, or how women treat men. And I've noticed it across board on some, in fact, I would say a lot of TV series and movies, where they want to make the woman the breadwinner of the house, which again, I don't have any issues with women making money. In fact, I like to chop women's money, don't get me wrong. But my point is, coming at it from an angle where you're now trying to bash, diminish, make the man not have any value whatsoever. There's even the way, the tone they talk to them. And I really don't know. It's something I just sensed, I've noticed. And in The Rookie, there's a lady, Nyla, one of Michael Jackson's former dancers. She's a cop, she's a detective. She has what I would say, if we want to attribute to the guy, what do you call a beta male, a simp, or whatever the case, because in the structure of the story, she's a baby mama. Not saying that there's anything wrong with baby mamas, so please, I'm coming, let me land my point. She's a baby mama who was dating, that's her new husband now, and one other guy at the same time. Then she picked this her new husband. Now, in the series, she's always avoidant. She dismisses the guy. She just pushes the baby and everything on him. I'm just like, and the guy is working. It's not as if the guy is not working. So there was just this dynamic that just didn't sit well with me. And he would always want to do peacemaker and try to. And in my mind, I'm like, if you're in a marriage or whatever, the responsibility is not on one person across board. So it's a partnership. But she was always making herself available for work and not her family. So she would avoid conflict or anything. So I don't know, it just doesn't sit well with me. And I've seen it in several movies and TV series. And I just hope people are not picking on that and taking it on as what they should be doing. But then again, but don't get me wrong, that show is my top 20 shows of all time, The Rookie, easily. I don't want to give it top 10 because I'm probably not remembering other shows that I've watched over time, but it's in top 20 for sure, easily.
Okay, so this is a part where we do a quick run through some of the things that Nigerians are watching on the streaming platforms. We've got the red, we've got the blue, and we've got Showmax. So there is a top 10 now on the Red app. We do have number 1 top 10 movie is Counterattack. And of course, you know that this rating is not necessarily the best of the best. It just means that this is what people are watching. Well, due to a number of reasons, maybe curiosity, maybe it's just newly added to the platform and so on. So on the Red app, you have number 1 being Counterattack. Number 2 is Demon City. Number 3 is The Forge. Number 4 is Ada Omodadi. Number 5 is Squad 36. Number 6 is Idris Elba's Beast. Number 7 is something out of Asia. That is Bollywood Vidramuyach, rather. And number 8 is It Ends With Us, while number 9 is Watcher, and number 10 is Daku Maharaj, another thing out of Bollywood. In terms of the top 10 TV shows on the Red app, number 1 is Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black, new episodes added. Number 2 is Medusa. Number 3 is Running Point. There is Young Sheldon coming in at number 4. Number 5, Zero Day. Number 6, Daba Cartel. Number 7, Seven Doors. Number 8, Cassandra. Number 9 is The Night Agent, while number 10, The Leopard. Do you have anything to say about that list, Irabor?
No, seems solid.
Okay, then we move to the Blue app. We have number 1, Reacher, new episode there. Number 2 is Invisible. Number 3 is House of David, while number 4 is Picture This. Number 5 is Borderland. Number 6 is 9. Number 7 is The Wheel of Time, while number 8 is My Fault London. Number 9, Totally Horror, and that is Evil Dead Rise, while number 10 is something out of Nollywood, Vanity. And so we go to the one we call the Orange app, that is Showmax, and this is a top 20. Godzilla Kong, The New Empire is number 1. The Forge is number 2. Number 3 is Kabiesi. New episodes drop on Fridays. Number 4 is Suits LA. That's a spin-off of Suits, and it's been pretty interesting. Number 5 is Marmalade, while number 6 is Justin Bardoni and Blake Lively's It Ends With Us. Number 6 or 5. Wait, what number was I on, Irabor?
This mathematics exam thing that you did, where
You
for me
were
to
not,
go and check.
you were not following me.
I
Then
was
we have
following. I thought they look you. Now, so you say YouTube is 0809.
allow. Number 7 is Despicable Me 4, while number 8 is My Flatmate. Ghost Power Book 2 is number 9, and there is Frasier coming in at number 10. So you tell us what you have been watching while we go to the cinemas and tell you what people have been watching, and as a result of that, the numbers, the amount that it's making. So on what?
Just before you begin, I want to give away 5 Filmhouse cinema tickets. This is premium tickets, so 8,500 naira one. If you are interested in giving away to the audience, just to let you know.
We'll do that at the end, towards the end. We're definitely going to do that. Thank you, Irabor, for your generosity. Okay, so Oluwaseun on WhatsApp says, Oluwaseun is back like I never left. Thank you for being there. And Peter Olumuyiwa says, please, what's the spin-off of the Suits you mentioned? Yes, it's Suits LA, and you can find it on Showmax. And he further said, Kabiesi is a good series. I know, right? We'll talk about that later. So let's go back to the cinemas and talk about Captain America, Brave New World, inching towards 300 million naira at the box office here in Nigeria. But before we even go to that place, did you know, Irabor, that Everybody Loves Jennifer has now left the cinemas, and it did 1.88 billion naira.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay.
That was a good run by the franchise. Shout out to Funke Akindele. She has done great with herself, with her work, everything. I mean, she even has something coming out, I think, on the Blue app this March. She has been doing the promo. So she's a well-oiled machine, and she knows the business. People who want to come into this industry in that regard should go and sit at the table with her and humble themselves and learn the ropes. So shout out to Funke Akindele. I think she's the Woman of the Year for Nollywood easily.
All right, so let's talk about Captain America, Brave New World, inching towards 300 million naira at the box office. And globally, it's doing well. It is doing well because it had an impressive start here in Nigeria. It debuted at 137.5 million naira in the opening weekend. And so far in 2025, even though we're just 3 months in, it's the biggest premiere of 2025 in Nigeria. And they continue to seek success, not just in Nigeria, but internationally. It remains the top film for 3 consecutive weekends. I'm not talking about Nigeria now, I'm talking about globally. And so far, it has grossed $341.8 million worldwide. That's surpassing The Incredible Hulk that was released in 2008 and The Marvels in 2023, as well as some other movies by Marvel. So we're looking at it in the context of Marvel and how some of their project has been doing lately. So that's about it for, I mean, despite the academia, well, in terms of the world's attention being taken away for a minute and it was fixated on academia world, it's still doing well globally. So at the end of the theatrical run, we're going to see how much it brings in eventually. By the way, Robert, do you want to see another thing from Marvel?
I want to see anything from Marvel, even if it's going to end up being a movie that majority of people may not like at different points in time. But the thing is, once an institution like Marvel has, really done what it has done till this point, I'm sure they've earned the right to brag and put out a movie that people should expect themselves to go and see. So I'm not really bothered about it. 2019 was a golden year for Marvel, with Endgame. In fact, prior to that, from 2008, if I'm correct, or 7 or 6, I'm not sure, they had a very marvelous run, pun intended. And it was a great stretch of movie watching. It was very, very insightful that you could build a world or a universe and crown it with something and still continue again with different factions, whether it's TV series, spin-offs, and whatnot. So it's lovely to see. I'm sure that's what Charles Okpaleke and co are trying to do in Play Networks, with their films. And I would love for us to have investment from the government, and I'm keeping this internally because we can fund these things. The studios that did stuff for Marvel, whether it's Thanos' face or the backdrop, the backgrounds, and all the animation, all the VFX, how much did they spend? $200 million. Who cannot cough out $200
Only.
million? Who cannot cough out $200 million? Like, what is $200 million? The people that sat at the Senate yesterday, I've been sat in the Senate yesterday. I'm sure if we just take 3 people, we have solved the problem already now. So
Wow, Irabor. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but let's talk about Headies having a new soundtrack category. I mentioned that in passing some few weeks ago, but we need to talk about it now, especially touching the nominees. You're aware of it, right?
yes, I'm aware for sure. We mentioned this, I think, 2 years ago, Abby,
Yeah,
where
I
we were
think
saying,
I don't remember the exact time, but we did talk about this at some point.
yeah, where we were saying it would be nice to get, cross-border support from music, movies, and all that. I mean, shout out to Timini for mentioning that, but it's not as if we did not know before. Hopefully, he too also supports the people that he's saying, you know, don't support him and vice versa. In fact, the entire ecosystem needs to support itself so that we can elevate the entertainment industry.
Now, let's quickly take a look at the full list of the nominees for the Headies, the 17th edition of the Headies Award, and the nominees for the soundtrack of the year. We do have Eledumare, and that is from Anikulapo, The Rise of the Spectre. That was done by Tele, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce her name now, but Tele Dalashe Ogundipe. That is the voice behind it. Then if you move on to Breath of Life, it's also another nominee, and that is Lose to Gain. This one was done by Kalini. Then another of the nominees is Kilboro. That is a native Filmworks and Wizard Chan. And then you have Orisha with Biriola. Then you also have Emotions, that is done by Tiwa Savage and Asha from Water and Gary. And the last one is Tribe Called Judah, done by TCJ and Abe Wonder. So, what do you think?
Um, I like the
I mean,
fact that they are focusing on different aspects of the film and getting the right talent, to carry it out, basically. So the thing I was mentioning about Marvel is after some time, I started going on YouTube to be watching like old clips. And what arrested me immediately was the fusion of every aspect, which I just mentioned now, where the score is doing what it needs to do. It's scoring, 50 points per game. The songs that they're using, impeccable. The
yeah.
acting is coming through. The plot, same thing. Build up everything, cinematic, like costume, like the casting, everything. So, like, what you just, the way you broke down this thing is why I'm saying this is because that's what we need now. That should be the next phase of Nollywood, where even the award shows are recognizing best song or best whatever in a music award show. Then the other categories will now open up for the movie award show. So we need to start promoting it like that and shooting films like that, where you have a score, sound, or song team who are talented, proven. Then you have great cast, you have great story, like the different areas. You're like, oh, when you hear this person, it's like you hear a movie now, score done by, let's say, John Williams. You're like, okay, fine. This one will make sense. Or Hans Zimmer. You're like, yes, we're expecting something great. Interstellar like quality, Lion King like quality. So hopefully we get there.
Hopefully we get there, and fingers crossed. And in the meantime, we say well done to the ones who are putting their blood, sweat, tears, brain cells into making this better. Well done. You're listening to Film Focus right here on Smooth 98.1.
Miss Kate Henshaw, and you're listening to Smooth 98.1 for intelligent talk and music that puts you in the mood.
Love music, love life, love movies, love series, animations, documentaries. Here, there is something for everyone. And this segment of Film Focus is proudly brought to you by Showmax. My name is Oluwaseun Olusegun, and I do have Irabor joining me virtually. Are you still there?
Whoop, whoop. Sponsored. Yes, we called it, into reality. So that's very good. I'm so happy about this. We're not saying orange pill. Showmax, Film
Now
Focus
let's talk
sponsor.
about let's
Clear
talk,
the ring.
let's Okay, now hold your horses. Let's talk about this platform that since 2015, it has really shown out and shown out well to the maximum, I dare say. So this time they are bringing to you a deal like no other, and they call it the Shikini deal. And there is so much locked in there for you. It's quite exciting, but one thing you need to know about it is that it is time limited. And in terms of what to expect, will tell you about that. But this deal started on the 1st of March 2025 and is going to extend till the 31st of March 2025. It's all about the general entertainment, and there are different plans for it. For instance, if you have been on the mobile plan, the one for 1,000 naira per month, and now it's going for 600 naira, while the GEO devices plan going for 2,000 naira is now going for 1,500 naira only. And so you want to make sure that you are in on this deal, and you need to subscribe to get that maximum mix of many, many must-watch, be it local and international movies, series, animations, originals, as well as the documentaries. The kids are not left out as well, because remember what I said? There is something for everyone. And Irabor said earlier that he's been watching some things. Do you want to tell me what you've been watching there?
Yeah, so Suits LA is showing. And one thing about all these spin-offs, you're always worried, would they hit, would they not hit? And honestly, season one, episode one would arrest you the way the Blacklist season one, episode one would arrest you. Because there's some TV shows, they don't start off with a bang, like Game of Thrones. You're like, I need to give it four more episodes. But this one, Suits LA, the storyline, the writing, the acting, the casting. I already have a crush on there. The black lawyer. Apparently, she's married to Mo McRae. So I cannot crush beyond a certain limit. But that lady, after 2 kids, she's still looking like that. Wow. My brother, the WhatsApp group is proud of you for sure.
All right, so let's talk about some Showmax originals. And earlier, I think it was Peter Olumuyiwa who said it's such a good series. And the series I'm referring to is Kabiesi. And that one is about a drama that is inspired by real life. But before Kabiesi, do you know the Yoruba word for middle, Irabor?
For me,
Yes, middle.
okay, you tell me now. That's why you're here.
Okay, so one of the biggest highlights of the month is Between Worlds, and it is Ilu. So Ari in Yoruba is middle. But anyways, I just decided to give you some Yoruba blessing on the show, courtesy of
Okay.
Showmax.
That's why my goddaughter was named Ariola Abi. What does Ariola mean?
In the middle of wealth, like right
Oh,
in the midst of wealth.
hmm.
Yeah.
Ariola. Okay.
Ariola.
Papa get money. So the name is Biffy.
All right, so Between Worlds, of which episodes drop every Thursday, it's a 10-part fantasy series that is deeply rooted in the mythology of Yoruba. And in terms of what to expect, you can expect to see Olamide, who is a small-time fraudster, is not a big one at all. But somehow, what Nigerians would say, water pass Gary. And so this
Mm.
small-time fraudster mysteriously finds himself in Iluari, which is a powerful ancient kingdom. And now he needs to navigate the things that he has found himself in the middle of, from palace intrigues to the conflicts that are age old, preceding him before he was ever born. And guess what he has to face? The Yoruba deity known as Eshu. So
Hmm.
that's part of what to expect on it. But just to whet your appetite, let me play you the trailer.
With my retirement, I cannot get it back. We haven't been. Oh, issue. That found and brought to me. I don't know any leader. I'm from Lagos. You know how I got here. I have been ordered by the king to retrieve the eye.
The eye of issue. For you to know how that plays out, you need to sign up to the deal and watch Between Worlds. You're listening to Film Focus right here on Smooth 98.1. And moving on to part of what you can expect on the show, another Showmax original, another standout title is Kabiesi. Do you know the meaning of Kabiesi, Irabor? Irabor, are you there?
I said that's why you are here. You are my
No, no,
translator.
no. I'm
No,
sure
you are
that
my
you've heard of
translator.
Kabiesi before. You've heard
When
it.
I get when I get that UN job, you are coming with me as my translator. So please just tell us the meaning. It's not me that you will shame this morning, no.
Well, at least you would have had people giving that title, or whenever you see a royal ruler, you do the whole Kabiesi. Well, the Kabiesi in this is about Princess Aderiyife, who is not just fighting for her destiny now, but she also is about reshaping the legacy of Oyoile. And this is not just any story that is told, it is inspired by real life history. So she's finding herself in the midst of many things, including difficult choices, in which it's not just about her now, but she also needs to protect her family's rules. And this one, for the new episodes, you'd have to look out on Fridays. So, in case you are curious about what it sounds like and what to expect when you sign up, here it goes. More on that platform. You're listening to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1, and part of the list of ongoing shows on the platform, that is Showmax. You can look forward to the return of Under the Influence Season 2, as well as Chitam Season 2. And there is Wura, the Iron Lady, the Golden Lady, but that will be Season 3. Plus, you have more African magic, dramas, and reality shows as well. The Real Housewives of Lagos, which Irabor loves very much. Who's your favorite character, Irabor?
I've already told you now.
I forgot.
The half caste chick now, the one that we used to crush on as boys back in the day.
She has a name.
Why would I be calling her name? She's married now. I'm trying not to be calling married women's name that I have crush on. So please don't bait me for all these kind of things, I beg.
All right, so from The Real Housewives of Lagos Season 3 to Alex from Oil and Gas, there is Omera, there is Inuji, and My Flatmates, which always cracks up. Yeah, so you have that as well. Then in case you have had your fill of Nollywood and you want to cross over to Hollywood, well, there is a lot for you as well, because you can look forward to what you can call blockbuster hits, the ones from 2024 as well, that are there. Earlier, we were giving you the top 20 and we mentioned Godzilla and Kong. That is the new empire. It's right there. And currently on the top 20, it's number 1. There is also the new empire and Venom, The Last Dance. That one will be available on the 31st of March, which is why you need to quickly sign up now. And there is also It Ends With Us, which is one of the most Googled movies of 2024. It was released recently. I mean, the Google searches, and it was one of the most Googled movies of 2024. Of course, we mentioned earlier that there is Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni there, and it's about a woman who she's seen a lot in her life. And then after she decides to settle a bit, something happens, a blast from the past, old wounds resurface, old emotions, her world is shaking. She has to make difficult choices. But just in case you have never been to socials or you've never had the chance to see the trailer of this, It Ends With Us. Let's give you.
Never knowing what they'll mean. I was hoping you'd say that, okay? Oh, that's my brother Ryan.
The first official customer?
Well, you have to buy something to be considered a customer. Right now, you're just loitering. We all have an idea of what love can be.
I want to see you again.
Now you see me.
You know what I mean?
Are you leaving?
It's
Do I? Okay, I'll need it. Yeah, thank you.
Go and buy something.
All right.
That's all it takes. We change everything.
Oh dear.
A long time. What are you doing in Boston?
I opened my flower shop.
I still remember the day I saw you pulled up.
Yeah, we were just kids then.
Is that tell you guy?
Yeah, that's Ronald. Father's Day. You
One
day we have a dog. What do you say to her? The convenience of the person she loves. Hurting her. What we choose. Yeah. None of this is your fault.
There was a time trailers used to have voiceovers. Now it's just a quarter parts, and that's it.
Which one do you
Changing
prefer?
times. Voiceover. We're going back on. It ends with us, but the show is still on. You're listening to Film Focus on Smooth 98.1, where we love music, we love life. So part of what to expect on the Showmax platform, there is the Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, as well as the Forge, which we told you that people are watching on the platform. If you watched The War Room, I believe you would love The Forge. There is also Harry Potter, if you decide to have some throwback and nostalgia, watch all over you. The Lord of the Rings trilogy is very much there. There is White Lotus, there is Love Island, Gangs of London, Power Book 2, Ghost, which we said is on the top 20 of the list. But if you want to go the documentary way, so much for you. For instance, if you're curious about what went down with Didi, Making of a Bad Boy, it's right there on the Showmax platform. There is a Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya, as well as the Taylor Max 24-decade history of popular music. That one will be available from Wednesday, the 26th of March, and you can think of it as a one-of-a-kind 24-hour concert, because what do you think happens when a person as phenomenal as Taylor Mack is accompanied by a 24-piece orchestra? An immersive experience is what you get. And you get to leave that when you watch it on the Showmax platform. Now, the kids are not left out. If you're a fan, well, you don't actually have to be a kid to enjoy animations. And the likes of Despicable Me 4, as well as the famous 5 season 1, the Garfield movie, Harold and the Purple Crayon, and If, which stands for Imaginary Friends. And I'm not ashamed to say I've seen that. So all of these packages and more you get to have with the Shikini deal, which I told you boasts of that incredible lineup of entertainment. There has never been a better time for you to entertain yourself other than now. So what do you need to do? Simple. Just go for your phone, search for www.showmax.com/deals. Again, www.showmax.com/deals. And there you are going to see what is served to you on a platter. Meanwhile, on WhatsApp, Peter Olumiwa says he loves Kabiesi for the fights. He also says it tells the story of my hometown and our history. So I guess you need to enjoy all of that then. Wilson on WhatsApp says, you're whetting our appetites this morning. You want us to go and watch those movies. Exactly. Go there and enjoy it. And that's it for this. That is proudly brought to you by Showmax. Thank you for listening. Film Focus continues. We're back on. Love music, love life. Irabor, are you with us?
Yes, I'm sure I wanted you to do something. You remember
Okay.
that scene from Lion King when they were like Mufasa and the hyenas were like, do it again, Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa. I don't remember that scene.
Yeah, so you wanted me to do that?
I want you to tickle me. You need to say this because this is monumental. This is a momentous occasion today. I want you to do Welcome to Film Focus, sponsored by Showmax on Smooth 98.1 FM. We need to do it. It needs to be like, please now.
Well, we've done it. I think your internet, you actually went off when I did that.
Oh, I didn't hear it now. Okay.
Next week
All right.
we'll go again. Don't worry, we're going to have you next week again.
All right. All right. No.
All right, now let's go back to the stories. And this time, let's talk about the interesting thing that happened. And it's happening because it's not just for Disney now. Many people are saying Trump is on the throne. Everybody needs to fall in line. So an animated character in the new Disney Plus series is sparking conversation for a surprising reason, which is prayer. So imagine a Disney character, of which there are some characters these days in animations and and children movies that are already tending towards the LGBTQI, but now it's now tending towards faith, and people are not surprised. Some are surprised. Some are saying it's a welcome development. Some are still observing. But Rabo, what's your own take?
Yeah, so you have to go according to the climate. You behave like the Romans when you're there and vice versa. So Mark Zuckerberg, for example, had to pay up because of the whole issue with banning Trump back in the day and all that. So if what they are doing right now is family oriented, of course you have to do it to keep the lights on. You play ball. And I'm happy that, because the reason I'm happy is because uh we look up to these people, which I have an issue with in some ways. So if that notion is trickling down, because remember Obama was trying to force LGBTQ and everything on African countries. So if that way of life is trickling down, is that one we can be okay with it, that it's family oriented, nobody's imposing any kind of lifestyle on you. It's a traditional one that we know. So if a big corporation like Disney is looking to do such, then hopefully we can win the family unit back gradually. Because I don't know what they were trying to do before when Biden and co were in power. But again, I'm happy about this particular one.
Okay, on WhatsApp, you can join us 0809-444-0981. Senfajo on WhatsApp says his own watch list is 1, Forge, number 2, Black and Beauty, number 3, The Night Agent, and number 4, Forge. Oh, sorry, the first one is Gorge. I read it as Forge. So number 1, Gorge, number 2, Black and Beauty, number 3, The Night Agent, and number 4 is Forge. Okay, so you can already start sending in your own watch list plus what you think people should watch. While we'll tell you of some of the things to expect later this month as well as later this year, and starting with the team up of Mo Abudu and Idris Elba, Lagos Nightlife Story, and that is titled Dust to Dreams. Did you see that? What did you think? Is Irabor here? Irabor, come back, come back, come back. Okay, well, while he's trying to get back his network. And so in this one, you have, like I mentioned, Idris Elba and Mo Abudu are teaming to give us this one that is titled Dust to Dream. And they are offering lots of things, including drama, legacy intertwine, and music. And in there, you have the likes of Nsi Ekwe. I somehow feel like if I have to watch anything, or there is a possibility that any movie made by Auntie Mo, as she's fondly called, will have Nsi Ekwe there. Just my random thoughts. Then there is Ekwedewo there. There is Atlanta Bridget Johnson, as well as Constance Olatunde. And in there, guess who makes an appearance again? Seal. Yes, the one and only Seal. It's going to be an interesting one, and you can check out the trailers on social media. Rob, are you back now?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
And so, what do you think of it?
Of what exactly? Can you remind me?
Erabo, that one is gone. Don't worry, we're not bringing it back. Okay, another one I can ask you for your thought on is the Ashwebi Diaries, that is celebrating the Ashwebi tradition. And in there, you have Auntie Shafi Bello, Nasi Nsime, as well as Kiki.
Yes, anything that promotes our culture, I'm all for it. Whether it's through festivals, TV series, YouTube films, cinema films, streaming films, anything, I'm okay. All I just want is the implementation to be spot on. It's if we're going to do, let's say, a Babangida movie or any movie about armed forces or something, I would love for it to be spot on. Then also be creatively, interpreted. Yeah. So if you're going to do Ashwebi Diaries, let it not be like Blackberry Babes. In the way they did Blackberry Babes that time. Do you understand? Where they were just carrying the Blackberry and carrying it on top of each other. I was like, then it was interesting, and it's an iconic film based off of just Stone to Decay and everything. But I'm saying now, if we really, really want to make our mark, we really, really need to do it well. You get my point. So if you're going to do Ashwebi, please, if you need to go and get Yolanda or somebody else or anything, just make sure that it is popping and it is resonating with the character and the characterization that you're trying to put forward. You understand? And let it not just be any Ashwebi. It's just like Finding Hobby 2. They said this guy was a wealthy man from a wealthy family, and if you see the wedding, it's like Huh? You know, so you just say, they have money, really? And this is the wedding? Okay, it's not
It's
adding up.
quiet money.
It's no. Do you know what quiet money is? Quiet money is not like that. Trust me, I know what I'm
I'm
saying.
kidding.
That's not quiet money. No, come on.
Oh my.
That's what I want
Well,
them to do. The same thing with Idris Elba and Mo Abudu as well. It's good to have staple names. We know we've had issues with some productions of Mo, and this is not us taking away from the impact and the mark that she has left in the industry. Don't get me, you understand what I'm saying? And there's something I want us as Nigerians and people in the industry to really understand. If somebody is critiquing your work and maybe they don't like it and they are citing why they don't like it, and maybe because you are an opinion leader or you're somebody that is revered, it doesn't mean that they don't like you altogether. It's just like humans. No human is perfect. But you can love your parents, love your this, love your that. But so there are some times that you're just like, this person, you understand? So you just take the good and the bad and everything. And let's not be too pompous, to not work together and not listen to criticism. So yes, that's my 2 cents.
with your 2 cents, we go out for today, but we're definitely not going out without your recommendation for the weekend. So, Irabor, what should people go watch?
So my recommendation is from Showmax. This one is Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. It's an explosive star-studded limited series. It's driven by Kevin Hart and Samuel L. Jackson. It is based on the infamous story of an armed robbery that happened after Muhammad Ali's historical comeback fight. So you have Taraji, Don Cheadle, you have Chloe Bailey. Burna Boy is not there, Shao, but you have Terrence
Nice
Howard,
one.
and all the other like it's a very, very star-studded flick. Then I want you guys to also go and watch The Forge. It's also on Showmax as well. The Forge. There was a period where people were really about women's rights and things about women and women and women, which is great. Don't get me wrong. But there's also that lag and lull with men and boys and nurturing them for society. Because they're the strongest in society. They're the ones that uphold society. They're the ones that go and fight wars and everything. So they were just neglected at a point. So The Forge kind of tries to rescue that notion, putting you through how the build-up of a man is supposed to be. There's a particular scene where they were holding a sword and the guy was holding it by himself and he was shaking. But when other men came and put their arms or their hands under the sword, it was easy for him to lift. So there are a lot of teaching out there. Yeah, The Forge is a very, very solid Christian film. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. So those are my 2 recommendations for sure. Then go and watch Elsbeth. If you remember The Good Wife and The Good Fight, Elsbeth Tassioni, she has her own show, Elsbeth. You watch the full season there. It's not bad. The way they came at it, it's different from the typical law crime type story and writing and all that. So that's it. Then my other recommendation is cinemas. I would have given away 5 Filmhouse cinema tickets. If we
Oh,
can,
I forgot.
we can do it quickly. We'll just do it right now. I have just one question.
Okay.
One question.
Quickly.
Because it's for 2 tickets. So I want you guys to mention one of the movie recommendations that Seun mentioned for Showmax. And I want you guys to tell me the name of the army of Loki. Loki's army. What was Loki's army called in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Loki, he had an army. What is the name of the army?
You said simple.
Yeah, it's simple now. Simple now.
Anyways, you would need to be very quick with that one because we're ending the show now and your answers can still come when the show is done to WhatsApp. The WhatsApp line quickly is 0809-444-0981. Again, 0809-444-0981. With the speed of flash, can you repeat the question again?
I said, what is the name of Loki's army in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And give me one recommendation from all the numerous recommendations that Seun mentioned during the Showmax segment.
That's it. We're done for today. Next week, we'll go again from 11 till 11:55 right here on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life, love movies. You can catch Irabor on socials at Irabor100 because that's how he keeps it.
I keep it.
I would have said you should do it, but I don't trust the network. It would have lagged and spoiled the fun. So here,
Hey, follow me at
wait,
Irabor 100. That's how I keep it.
yes, my name is Oluwaseun Olusegun.
Oh, you're number one.
You know when they say somebody is running on fumes, not
Mm.
reserve, fumes. I'm running on fumes.
You're running on fumes.
No, FUMES, not FLILMS.
Stronger, happier.
On WhatsApp, someone said number 2 had passed jump.
Join us.
Number 2, what?
He had passed jump,
He had passed jam.
but they got number 1, KBAC and Ariola.
Yeah,
Hey,
BAC.
It's you got the
Eh?
person said KBAC and Ariola. No, it is Ilu Henry. The person said
Don't
Ariola. The one that mentioned Ariola.
Don't mind them. Next week we'll structure it well.
All right, yeah. This somebody said the Chitari is the name of the army,
Yeah, that's correct.
and the person got the thing as well. It ends with us.
Okay, all right. So please get the person's number. I'll send the ticket.
2 tickets for 1 person, right?
The person answered 2 answers, Abby.
Yeah.
Tell me the number.
Get ready
All
to
right.
celebrate International Women's Day in style. Let's get fit together. Registration is free. For more information, visit our website www.ladiesinsports.com. This event is proudly supported by Mamador.
All right, now I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
Oh, voila.